Friday, October 9th, so you've made it to the end of another week. Congratulations. Let's talk about what we're going to do today, and I'll let you get started so you can be that much closer to your weekend. So our first task, guys, is to do your 34th daily journal. And here's what we have. Of course, kind of a fun question. I just want to see what you have to say. And here's the question. If you could travel back in time, what year would you go to? And you can pick a time period if you don't have an exact year. Like, you don't have to say 1920. You can say, like, ancient Greece, or you could say the Harlem Renaissance, whatever. But tell me, like, where would you go? Who would you possibly want to meet and why? Just have fun with it. Think about where would you time travel if you could go back in time. And then, guys, today will be writing focused. You're going to do a little writing about the two texts we've read this week, Bravery and the Streets of Memphis. Before you write, you do have a student example essay that you could look at as a great example. There's not an assignment associated with it, but it is there if you would like to look at it as an example of great writing. It's from Miss Alicia Mays. And I'll tell you briefly a couple things that she did really well. This is her essay about Jesmyn Ward and Natasha Trethewey's writings on Mississippi and home from a couple weeks ago. Here's one thing I really like about Alicia's essay. Look at the way she started her intro paragraph. Home. You know that one place you can never get enough of, the place you go back to no matter what. That's a great hook, right? That's a great way to start off. She connected her topic to the reader because we all have a home somewhere or something we call home. So that's a brilliant way to start. Now let's see what she does next. Now, of course, there are multiple things to call home. Home can be a person, place, or whatever you want it to be. Using the text we've read this week, Against All Good Sense and Theories of Time and Space, help the reader to get a perspective on what home is for them. She did a really great job then of transitioning or changing from her hook into her topic, which is home in the text we've read this week. She also gave the title of the text and explained what she's going to write about them, showing how they give different perspectives on the idea of home. Man, that's a great introduction. Maybe you can try to do some of those things in your writing today, especially your intro. So maybe this week, focus on a really great introduction. That's what I'm going to look for when I score your essays. So try to have a great hook, a smooth way of transitioning into your topic. Try to give the name of the text, and then also tell exactly what you want the reader to know you're going to write about those texts. So maybe try to use that as an example. Alicia also has excellent body paragraphs full of evidence and well-written ideas. You can use this as inspiration if you have time to look over it. I highly suggest you do. Now, as far as what you're actually writing today, you're going to write comparing the two texts we've read this week and think about the ideas of bravery and courage represented in them. So let's look. You have three options to choose from, and I do want you to write a full 4-paragraph essay about one of these. So here's your three options. Number one, write an essay explaining whether the Streets of Memphis and bravery show the same or different definitions of bravery. Number two, write an essay explaining whether the main characters of the Streets of Memphis and bravery are truly brave or not. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you really think these guys are brave or not? Talk about why based on the text. Lastly, if you want to talk about bravery in terms of theme, this one's for you. Write an essay explaining how the Streets of Memphis and bravery develop themes of bravery in different ways. So should you choose option 3, you'll write about how themes of bravery show up differently in these two stories. Of course, guys, try to have an intro, 2 bodies, and a conclusion. Let me know if you have any questions or issues. Do your best, okay? Try to write really well-developed essays like Miss Mays did. If you have questions, email me. Use the question board. Good luck. Do great writing. Make it beautiful. I can't wait to read it. And then after you finish writing hard, have a great weekend.